All right, everybody, welcome to the Vive business presentation. My name is Brian Dalmaso. It's my pleasure and honor to be presenting the Vive business model to you tonight. And before we get into that, I want to give you a little bit of the backstory on the industry, because this is something that myself, I was completely ignorant about the industry. And it's important to understand that wealth building is 95% mindset and really only 5% what you do. So when we get introduced to an industry like direct marketing, sometimes it can be very confusing. I know it was for me. So I want to give you some examples, right? You could be a stock investor or a stock trader like these people here on the New York Stock Exchange, or you could be like Warren Buffett, who's in stocks and finance and businesses, right? So mindset is going to be really 95% of your success, whatever that is. And same thing, you could be in the real estate business, right? Like a lot of realtors, there's probably tens of millions of realtors all over the world. Or you could be like Grant Cardone, who's in real estate. Now, he's not a realtor, but he's in the same vertical, right? So when I talk about mindset, what I want to do is bring you on a little bit of a journey here tonight to educate you in the industry of direct marketing, and then also our company, Vive here. And again, there's about 150 million network marketers globally. We just trained with a bunch of them this weekend. And you could be like them, or you could be like my friend Alex, who's coming up on $2 million a month from this industry. And I know that sounds like a big number, but network marketing is a $200 billion a year industry. So it's important, I think, to understand a little bit about the industry. And I also wanted to give you my background so you could understand where we're coming from. And for me, network marketing was it was a gateway into entrepreneurship, right? It's over a $200 billion a year industry. It's almost as big as Amazon. There's more millionaire network marketers in the world than there are millionaire realtors in the world. So think about that. Think about the scale of the industry of real estate. And in a lot of times, these are recession-proof home-based businesses, right? There's over 60 million people just got laid off in the United States alone and counting from COVID. And home-based businesses are on the rise. And for me, when I started in my network marketing journey, I had a construction company and I jumped into network marketing. I had seen it when I was younger in my teens, but I didn't really understand it. So I was in my early 40s. And what happened is I connected with a professional network marketer. He's making six figures a month. And I asked him, how do you do that? And he gave me some guidance, right? That was my first mentor. And I learned to speak and grow and learned about business all through network marketing. And it caused me to also scale my construction company from $1 million to 10 million in 12 months. So the skills that I learned in network marketing industry led me to grow that company and to grow over a dozen revenue streams and counting now. And I don't say any of this to impress anybody here. I really want to highlight what this industry has done for me outside of just the network marketing business itself and the income. It helped me to grow a lot of other businesses, to expand my mindset. It's where I met my mentor, Bob Proctor, which has changed everything in my life. So, and the fact of the matter is that most global thought leaders, they actually recommend network marketing is one of the best ways to build initial wealth, right? There's really no investment unless you call $200 an investment. There's no risk. You're not, you can instantly scale all over the country or all over the world, depending. This is where you can learn leadership, right? Public speaking, teaching, coaching, training, and you can do it while you're getting paid. It's not like going to Harvard Business School and shelling out a couple $100,000 in 6 years of your life, right? Before you even start to earn anything. You can literally get paid from day one while you're learning. So think about that. And guys, whenever I take financial advice, I don't take financial advice from millionaires. I only take financial advice from billionaires. So Warren Buffett, many of you know, he has 2 or 3 network marketing companies inside of Berkshire Hathaway. Richard Branson, huge fan of network marketing, right? Billionaires, right? I don't listen to millionaires. I listen to billionaires. All the people we worked with this weekend, right? Dean Graziosi, Fraser Brooks, Grant Cardone was speaking up, so just talking about the leverage and the scale of network marketing, right? Bob Proctor, my mentor. You guys should go look up, if you're curious about the industry, go look up a video by Bob Proctor speaking about network marketing, how it's the purest form of compensation he's ever seen. Because you can't make a lot of money in this industry unless you help a lot of people. It's impossible. You literally can't do it yourself. So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of education of the background of the industry, because I was completely ignorant, quite admittedly, to the industry. And I was like, oh, it's just one of those things. Now, what we're blessed to have here is a company called Vive. So within the space, I happen to think that our particular company is the best company in the world, right? We don't have a product. What we're doing is we have services. And we are a technology company, right? Vive is a technology company. And what we're doing is very similar to like Airbnb and Uber. We're using technology to revolutionize an industry. In our particular industry is cell phones, internet, cable, TV, electricity. Who do you know that uses any of these services? Who do you know that has a cell phone or internet, right? And what we do is we highlight to people that they're being overcharged, right? Over the last decade, these bills have gone up by over 40%. But the companies that are charging this, it's not because they had that much more in expenses. They're just actually gouging. There's over $60 billion a year being overspent on these services. And what Vive is a negotiation platform, right? We have a team of negotiators all over the country. And when you upload your bill, we negotiate it. It's that simple. And I want to be really, really clear. When somebody uploads their bill, there's no cost. You can literally upload your bill for free, your cell phone, your internet, your electricity, whatever you have. And then we're going to go to work on your behalf. And we're going to use a couple of things. We're going to use the metadata from tens of thousands of bills. We know what the tier 2 and tier 3 pricing is. We can use group buying power. We can put leverage on these companies, and we can take your exact bill and lower it, right? We're not reducing services. We're not changing providers. There's a whole bunch of companies out there that'll try to get you to switch providers, but people don't like to switch, right? I've had Verizon for like 22 years. Like, I'm not switching. Even if I have to pay more, I'm used to it. I like the coverage. But when I uploaded my Verizon bill, right, I was paying about $150 a month. They negotiated it down to like $98. So I saved about $50 a month. Now, the way the business model works, right, when we negotiate on somebody's behalf, we split the difference. So on that one bill, Vive saved me $50 a month, and then they billed my credit card $25. And I'm going to give you guys some examples of how this works. Here's an example of one of my realtor friends. You can see here, we uploaded her Comcast bill, and we saved over $1,800 over 24 months. Think about that. This is very significant. About $80 a month. And we also got a couple of upgrades, right? We got free or 8 times faster on our internet for free. And we also got Netflix free service, right? So there was a couple of upgrades, not just the negotiation. And again, we saved her $80 a month. We're going to bill her $40 on her credit card, right? In the commercial world, same thing. This is a commercial clawback. This was a sales tax audit. We clawed back over $214,000 for this small company. So they got $107,000, and Vive got $107,000. I believe the commission for this was right around $20,000 or $22,000 to the Vive consultant. So we have everything from a little to a lot. We have residential, we have commercial. But as I mentioned, Vive is a technology platform, and we also have something called a pro membership. And what this is, it's a series of services that we all have that enhance our life. And one of them is a travel service. Now, some people might not be traveling right now, but I've been traveling straight for the last 4 months, and I've saved thousands and thousands of dollars using my own portal. This is very much like Priceline or Expedia, except I can go on here, I can search the same inventory they have, and because we're a wholesale club and we don't have overhead, we can literally get these hotels and different packages for a discount. And I'll give you a good example. You could probably see I'm in the Wynn. That's where we are here in the Wynn. And I've been here for a couple of weeks. This was $3,000 through Priceline, and I got it for $1,800 through Getaway, right? So I saved about $1,200, something I was going to do anyway, and I went on my own portal. So this is a very, very powerful tool, and it's part of a $69 a month pro membership. So this is just one benefit as being a pro member. Another thing on the pro membership is a service called Medicall. And this is 24/7, 365 access to a nationwide network of doctors, right? So if you have young kids, if you have elderly parents, if you have prescriptions, you no longer have to take the day off and take your kid into the doctor. You can get on a Zoom meeting or a phone call, and 9 times out of 10, they can prescribe right over that call, and they can call it into your CVS or your local pharmacy, and you're not having to take the day off. There's no copays. Just a very, very good service and good savings. And again, if you have young kids, elderly parents, it's good for up to 5 people in your family. And this is, again, part of a $69 a month pro membership. Probably one of the biggest benefits of a pro membership is we are partnered with a national tax strategy company. And this company can audit your taxes. This is not an IRS audit, though. They can go up to 3 years backwards and audit if you filed your own taxes or if you use a CPA. And I have yet to see them not find money. They went back to 2017, 18, and 19 for me, and they clawed back $30,000 that my CPA had missed. Legitimate write-offs, legitimate things, no red flags. And we have one of our beef consultants here, Todd and Julie Hatfield. You can see here, they wrote this up. They saved about $62,000 going back to 2017, right here in the tax returns, 2018. And this service is very, very powerful. Now, the average savings is between $4,000 to $8,000, and I'm showing you some big examples here. But again, for $69 a month, this is quite a service, this pro membership. So a lot of value in there. And again, we have a lot of things on the platform. Vive is a technology company, right? We have the bill negotiation, we have the pro membership services, and in the commercial world, we have a three-part value proposition. Number one, we can do the bill negotiation, right? We can lower all of their cell phone, internet, telecom, satellite radio, security, waste management, any monthly bill they have, we can upload it for free and try to negotiate that. And if we do negotiate it, they save, Vive gets paid, and you get paid a monthly residual income on this. I want you to think about this. When we sell something once, we get paid over and over and over again. All right. And phase two is something we call bill auditing. This is where we can go up to 4 years backwards, and we can claw back monies on things like water and sewer and gas and electricity. These, I think it's something like 84% of all companies are being overcharged in some way, shape, or form. So imagine going to your boss, your employer, big size commercial company, and saying, listen, I have a way that we can reduce overhead costs across the board, and we can go up to 4 years backwards and find money that you've overspent. Would you have 5 minutes to get on a phone call with corporate? So you're just lead generation and passing it off. And again, these can get really, really big. This is one of the things that makes us stand out around the world out of any other network marketing company. We have the ability through the commercial world to get 5, 6, and even 7-figure commissions, right? For those of you with commercial contacts. And then phase three, again, in the commercial space, is we're partnered with a company, the Madison Energy Group, who has an 11-year track record, and they have a suite of energy efficiency products. And these little guys here, they go on heating and cooling equipment and things like walk-in coolers and freezers. And what you can see here is the biggest thing is they're guaranteed to reduce energy costs 10 to 30%. So picture a company spending $1 million a month in overhead in electricity and heating and cooling. And we come and we chop that by 10 to 30%. Right? You're talking about big numbers. And here's a case right here, right? 117 location convenience store. We saved them over $500,000 a year, documented and proven. And it was about a $60,000 commission for the Vive consultants. We have everything from a little to a lot, right? From everything from 18-year-old kids with cell phones and internet to the largest companies in the United States. We can work with them. So if you look at the overall value proposition, right? There's about 60 million people and counting got laid off in the United States. We're a home-based business. We don't charge for our service, right? There's no out of pocket. We have a free service that we reach out to people and say, hey, just upload your bills. Let's see what happens. There's no risk, right? And if we find money, we split it. It's all dead money. So we're very much in harmony with what's going on right here. We can get an average of $4,000 to $8,000 back on taxes. Think about people right now that could use that. And think about some of the examples. My own example, $30,000. Todd and Julie Hatfield, $62,000. Like, what could somebody do with that money right now? And then again, we lower taxes going forward because we're highlighting mistakes so you don't keep making them year after year. The home-based medical, again, with the pandemic and everything going on right now, think about the value of being able to get on a video call or pick up a phone and get some help for yourself and your loved ones. And then again, we are a recession-proof business model. I want you to really think about this, especially for those of you that have businesses. Back in 2006, 7, and 8, people stopped paying their mortgage for 3 years, but they didn't stop paying cell phone, internet, cable, electricity. People don't stop paying these bills because they will shut you off within a month or two. So when we build a book of business, we have about a 94% retention ratio on our monthly recurring residual income. I want you to think about that as we go forward here. So if you're in real estate, here's the keys to your new home. Why don't I go ahead and lower your cell phone, internet, cable, TV? That's a natural conversation. This is another set of services that you can offer somebody. If you're in the construction industry, right? Think about being an electrician or heating and cooling technician. That's a natural conversation to have with your existing clients. Now you're taking all of your clients that are one-time, commissions, and you're turning them into a monthly residual income. Think about teachers, right? All these kids have parents. You think, does any of them have cell phones and internet? So there's literally not an industry you could show me where I can't show you how to weave this into what you're already doing. These are natural conversations. Do you have a cell phone? Do you have internet? Would you like to save some money? All right, guys, that's a brief overview of the services we have, and we have some more on there too. But Vive is a business in a box. It's a $189 startup. Like I said, it's hardly any investment there for a business, and you're going to get all the tools and all the videos to explain and teach this to people, right? You got stuff for social media. You have the onboarding for the bills. You don't have to track commissions. It tracks your customers. Every single thing you need to run this business is in a business in a box. And like I said, Vive is a technology company. Our website is world-class. The back office is world-class. We have hyperlinks. We have things for ClickFunnels. However you want to build this business, we can build it. You can build it old school by picking up the phone, or you can build it new school on social media and with things like ClickFunnels. We have everything you need to do that. All right, guys, so let me go over the ways that we earn here, and then I'll open up for a little Q&A. If you have any questions on starting the business or anything like that, we can help you guys out. Right now, there's 5 ways we get paid. And the first way we get paid is upfront commissions, everything from $75 for enrolling a pro member to $150 for uploading 10 bills to what I showed you as a $60,000 commission and higher for commercial deals. So we have a lot of different ways that we can earn upfront money. The second way we get paid is residual level pay. Now, think about this like franchising, right? You can have unlimited stores. You can show unlimited people, and you'll earn up to 50% commission on their stores, right? So you could have 1 Dunkin' Donuts, or you could have 100,000 Dunkin' Donuts. There's no limit to how many people we can scale and show this business, and you earn commissions on their businesses. And then we pay 6 levels deep, very much like the Keller Williams business model, right? In Keller Williams, you can be a realtor and market homes, but you can also recruit other realtors, and you get paid up to 7 levels deep recruiting. Well, in Vive, we get paid 6 levels deep to unlimited width. So very, very powerful long-term monthly residual income there. It's like building an annuity. The third way we get paid, which is what I love, is a weekly base pay. And this is just another way when you're building a book of business, you start to rank up by points, and we can answer questions on that. And you start to earn an additional 100 a week, 250, 500, 1,000 a week, right? How many people would love to have an extra 1,000 a week coming in on autopilot for something you did 5 years ago, right? And you can see here, it goes up to even 3,000 and 5,000 a week. So again, obviously that's a big, robust business. But what I would ask you at this point, if you look at your current revenue streams, is there anything you can do over the next 5 or 10 years, right? Working like 5 to 10 hours a week, that's going to get you an extra 5,000 a week. And if not, then Vive might be a good fit to sprinkle into what you're already doing. Now, the fourth and fifth way, these are leadership pays. Like generational pay is very much like residual pay, but this is for leaders that are building teams, and you start to get paid dozens and even hundreds of levels deep. And then the profit sharing, which I love, very much like I get from the General Electric company when I work there, 2% profit sharing at the platinum partner level and another 2% at the silver executive level. So if you fast forward, 3 to 5 years in Vive, there will be a point where we pass $1 billion in profits, right? These companies tend to get very big. So 2% of $1 billion is 20 million. So again, fast forward and ask yourself, would it be worth spending, 5, 6, 7 hours a week for the next 3, 5, 10 years if you could have a piece of a $20 million bonus, right, every quarter, right? So everything from a little to a lot. We can show you, excuse me, how to make $500 a month, 5,000 or 50,000. The sky's the limit with what we're doing here because it's a leveraged business model. So again, guys, it costs nothing to be a customer. If you want to test us out, upload a couple of bills, get with the person who brought you. There's no risk, there's no harm to upload bills. And if you upload an average of 3 bills, the average Vive customer is saving over $1,000. So that in itself is significant. Or if you see the value in starting your own business, again, get with the person who brought you tonight. They can answer your questions. We can answer some questions here. It's a $189 startup and $69 a month. So not really any kind of significant investment there. And you can be your own customer. And again, if you're going to save an average of 1,000, you're already in the black. All right, guys. So I just want to review what we actually do here. I want to be really, really clear. This is not a complex business model. You can work with cell phones and internet, right? So step 1, you become a pro member. Step 2, you upload your own bills, right? Step 3, talk to your mother, your brother, your friend. A total of 10 bills, you earn that first bonus. And then we just repeat. And then down the road, if you want to get into commercial, we can talk about that. But cell phones and internet, upload your bills, talk to a few people, and then you can show them how to do the same thing. All right, guys, that makes sense. I want to open up for any questions that you might have. Let me just stop the screen share here. All right. And I have to open up so you guys can talk to me. All right, you guys should be able to unmute. If anybody has any questions, just go ahead and unmute yourself. Happy to answer any questions. If you guys turn your cameras on too, that'd be great. Good to see your smiling faces. Does anybody have any questions?
Hey, Brian, no question. I just wanted to say it's great to be back.
Holy cow.
Yeah, you're not kidding, huh, brother?
God, is that you?
It's me.
What's up, kid? How you doing? Good, man.
I'm doing fantastic.
Amazing.
I'm doing fantastic, and I'm excited to start working my business again.
I love it. No, with the new comp plan, I just went over the old comp plan, but most of you have seen the new comp plan, and we're going to be getting into the presentations probably starting next week. So.
Yeah, I was on the call last night, so
it's pretty exciting times, huh?
Good to be back. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Anybody else? Any new people have questions about either starting your business, becoming a customer, anything like that? Going once, going twice. All right. Well, for those of you that are new, this is the training portion of what we're doing. If you're looking at this business for the first time, you're welcome to stay on. What we do in ViV is different than a lot of companies. We actually do mindset. We do business training. It can be applied to any business you do. So everything I'm going to talk to you about here applies to whatever other business you guys have. And what I want to do is kind of recap a little bit of, and I see a lot of faces on here that were at the GoPro. I saw Sandra is actually on the big main screen. It's kind of cool. But I want to recap a little bit about what's going on, help you guys really form a bulletproof plan. Like no more screwing around. 2021's here. 2020 might have kicked you in the ass a little bit. And if it did, then we want to look in the mirror, pull up our big boy and our big girl pants, make a plan and take some action. So I'm going to be talking to you guys at that level today, and harvest the good and forgive the rest. But I want you guys to win. I want you to come up with a plan, right? And a couple of highlights, Grant Cardone was talking about what it is that makes him successful. It's not education. It's not his charm. It's not that he knows something that you don't. It's massive action. Like his results are 100% massive action. Like if you're going to fail fast, pick yourself up, harvest the good, new plan, take massive action. He's won major deals from some big players like Goldman Sachs, right? From taking massive action and following up some very basic business principles. And I really relate to that because when I started in my network marketing journey, that's what I did. I just took massive action. I just started reaching out to people, like 50 people a day. And I didn't really care what they said about it either. Not in an ignorant way. I'm just looking to find people that are open-minded so I can show them something and maybe we work together, maybe we don't. But I got really good at escalating and educating people, right? Is like, hey, Adam, listen, I see you're in real estate. I have something that might be able to help your real estate business. I'd love to connect. And I was doing in-person meetings back then, by the way, right? When I first started network marketing, I would do 3 appointments a week, 3 coffee meetings a week. But I'm like a robot with this. I did that for 52 weeks straight. And by the end of 52 weeks, I had 55 people frontline, right? Became the top recruiter in the company. But that's an easy business model because I was disconnected from the results. And I was working, 68 hours a week in construction. I had a full-time business, right? So these were after hours, nights and weekends, 3 appointments a week. But I got really good and very transparent at escalating, right? I would show a video. I would call my upline. We would answer questions about compensation. I would follow up with an email. I would invite them to a Tuesday night, and I would just educate them all the way to a yes or a no. But I wouldn't let them stay stuck in indecision. This is where you guys got to improve. You don't need people to do this. You're trying to educate somebody very transparently. I always tell you guys, this is a business like anything else. It does have leverage, and it is very easy. Like if you're in the world of business, network marketing is the easiest possible business you could ever do because there's no stress, there's no overhead, there's no employees, right? So from a business point of view, if you ever started a business, it's actually one of the easiest things you could ever do. Now you have to learn some skills like anything else, try to be a brain surgeon. That takes a minute to learn, right? And, I was hanging out all weekend with, there's 20-year-old kids making $1 million a month in this industry. Like, no word of a lie. Now, this is not my main thing by any stretch. For those that know me, this is a very, very part-time 5-hour-a-week thing, but some people choose to make this their main thing. And like I said, it's a powerful industry. And then Dean Graziosi came on, for those of you that saw that. And Dean is a master at sales. And like I said, he's not in network marketing, and neither is Grant Cardone, right? But the presentation I gave you, the world's billionaires, they're like, dude, like, wake up. Network marketing is here. This is not the 1970s. This is going to be $1 trillion a year industry. It's already 200 billion, right? It will pass Amazon just by sheer numbers. So do it, don't do it, but get educated. So I that's how I talk to people. It's like, pay attention, understand what this is. And like I said, with Vive, my goodness, who has a cell phone and internet? This is not like, hey mom, you're overweight. Let's check out these weight loss products. And there's nothing wrong with that. I was hanging out with Emily Vara last night. She's making about $400,000 a month in a health-based company. She's passionate about it though, right? She lives it. She breathes it. She has all of her postings. She has before and afters, With us, it's pretty straightforward conversation. You got a cell phone, we can lower it. We can lower that bill. Like, why wouldn't somebody want to do that? That's what you got to ask yourself. And the only reason they won't do it is you're not good at you're not good at your job, and that's okay. Let's get better. Let's get better at it. Like, let's try and let's reach out to people. And in the beginning, here's the key. You want the magic sauce? Use your upline. Use your upline. Get me on a phone call with somebody and watch what happens. And I don't say that to impress you. I've done a few of these, right? I've talked to thousands and thousands of people, and I'm just really good at being transparent and explaining what we're doing, But use your upline. Get Warner on the phone. Watch what happens. Use your upline. Get Joe on the phone. Watch what happens with somebody that has some skills in the industry. That's all you should really be doing. My first year, right, I did 152 one-on-one meetings, and I used almost just one guy. I drove him almost crazy, except he loved it. See, your upline, when you're driving them crazy with calls, not with stupid questions, I'm talking about booked calls, like 3-way calls. We're excited because you're working. Like, the dude loved it. I was underneath him. Everything I did, right? He was happy to take those calls. So guys, get used to using your upline in the early days to help you close deals. We can help. But Dean Graziosi, his big message, you got to fall in love with what you're doing. If you don't love humanity, if you don't understand that we're saving people money in arguably the hardest times in history for most people, right? Unless you're around in the Great Depression, arguably this has been one of the toughest economic times for a lot of people, a lot of job losses, right? But Dean says you got to fall in love with what you do. So you don't have to fall in love with energy or Vive, but helping people save money. And what do they do with that money? Helping people start a business. Like, I look at Warren, I'm like, my God, the things we've done together. The people we know together, the future. We're brothers for life. We wouldn't have met without network marketing. I look at all your faces, actually, for those who've been around. Like, me and Joe been in the trenches for a while, but Jeff, right? And we met through network marketing. Most of the people that I call friends, I've met through this industry. I see Eric Reed. We've been in the trenches for a while. He was out here this week, right? And most of my dear friends, like the people, like I would call Eric, like if I just murdered somebody and I need help burying the body, like I'm calling Eric. I'm calling Warner, like I'm calling my people. And this is all through network marketing. So understand the industry and the relationships. And I don't care if you make money day one or not. If you do certain things in a certain day, a certain way for a long enough period, you will. So let's get into that part of it. Let's set up some plans. Let's set up a plan for 2021, right? And here's what I want you guys to do. If you have a paper or a phone, pull out your phone. What is your goal in Vive? Let's do 12 months from now. What is your income goal in Vive? You're not here because you don't want to make income. I know that. But what is your goal? I want you to really do this too. Don't be like Eric said, don't just be a bystander, right? What is your goal? If you don't have a goal, your subconscious mind doesn't know what the hell you're doing. And it won't cause your body to take any kind of action. Now, we can give you things that are part of a plan and things are a goal. A goal is going to be an income by a date. A goal is not to show up for Tuesdays and Saturdays. That's just a task. That's part of the plan, right? But a goal is going to be, I'm so happy and grateful that I've passed $10,000 a month by January 1, 2021 in my Vive business in a heavenly, calm, confident manner, something like that. Income and date, write it on a goal card. When I showed you that statistic where it said 1% of the world earns 96% of the wealth, here's another statistic. Less than 1% has a written goal. You guys see the correlation? So if you want to become the 1%, just write your goal on a card. Boom, you're in the 1%. You can do that right now. Write out your goal and read it every morning. Specifically to Vive, though. You guys have other goals too. I do this for all my companies. Make sense? What is your goal? And now what is your plan? So take a look at that number. Why don't you guys type in the chat? Let's get this shit going. Type in the chat, what is your goal in Vive? And there's no big or small, and don't get intimidated, but what is your goal? Go ahead and type in the chat. Is the chat open? Let me see what's up here. Yeah, what do you guys got? John's 5K a month. Anybody else? John's the only one with a goal? My man. 5K, 50K. Eric Reed. Okay. I see you. Sandra, 50K a month. Okay. Still determining. Well, let's stop. Who's that? Chip. My man, Chip, where you at? Raise your hand real quick so I can see you. All right. So this doesn't have to be I can help you guys with this. A goal is what do you want? It's not what you think you can get. This is what stops most people. So you just got to say, what do you want? Now, I know that sounds a little ambiguous, but Steve Jobs says, you know what I want? I want to connect the world. And that was a thought that became a thing. And now this is a $2 trillion company. If it works one way for a human, it works for all humans the same way. You just got to figure out what you want. Because once you tell me what you want, now we can build the plan. So for the people that said 50,000 a month, right, you better be reaching out to about 100 people a day. But that's a doable thing. My man, Adam, reached out to 400 people the other day. Prospecting, 400 people. That's a doable thing. Now that's a lot, and you may not be willing to do that. But if you want to get to 50K a month, you better be prospecting 100 people a day on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. Quick. How you doing? I see you're in real estate. Listen, we don't know each other, but I think I have something I can bring some value into the life of you and your family. Would you be open to a quick phone call? I'd love to connect. If not, no big deal. Like, get good with language and send, right? 10 million by November. Is that what that is? Somebody just put 10 million by November. Renee, where you at?
Why not? Everything that Eric Ward was saying, he kept saying, double it.
No, that's good. But like I said, massive action too. That's 10 million. You could totally do it, but you got to get into Grant Cardone mode, right? Now you're talking about having a conversation with your family. And I'm being honest with you guys that are putting up the big numbers, you want to sit your friends and family down and say, listen, this is not personal. I'm about to check out for 12 months. I got to do this for and I'm not kidding about this. Have the conversation. That's what a $10 million earner would do. Like, I am going to change the legacy of our entire family, and I'm going to need your support. I don't need your help, but I do need your support. I don't want to hear any negative shit. Just, this is what's going to happen. We're changing the history of our family. And I'm going to be about 7 days a week for the next 52 weeks. All right. So that's one thing. Number two is the mindset. In order to get to that type of number, you have to be completely disconnected from results. You cannot care what people think. You cannot care about a no. It is doable, right? But it's going to take that level of action. And that's what I did, by the way, my first year in network marketing in my construction company. I set a goal of being the number one recruiter. I set a 7-figure goal, which I didn't hit. I'll get to that. I didn't hit it through network marketing. I hit it through multiple other companies. That's the cool thing about network marketing. One thing leads to the next. Right? Where the hell was I going with that? Oh, activity level. Yeah, you got to tell your family you're going to check out for a minute and just have them be on board, right? So I need your support for the next 12 months so that we can live the next 30, 40, 50 years together in a way that most people don't get to live. Do you already have your GoPro ticket for next year? Perfect. Do you have anybody in your team yet, or you're new? You got 5?
I bought 5 tickets. I love the price. And I have 2 people. Well, 1 person and 1 downline person. Perfect. And I actually had 2 phone calls today from the prospecting that I did over since, like, during GoPro and since. So I'm pretty motivated. I I've been focusing on nonprofits using the resources in
Mhm.
Vive's Resource Center and sending a lot of nonprofits because the newspaper on Sunday had an insert of all the nonprofits in the area. So I thought that that was a good
Well,
resource.
that's a good thing to sprinkle in. I would not focus on that though.
No. I just use it as a news stream. I use a lot of
Okay.
old phone books. I used to sell variable frequency drives. So I
Okay.
just got a bunch of boxes from my storage unit in Massachusetts. I'm in California that has all of my contacts from construction. So I'm pretty excited about rekindling those relationships.
No, that's amazing. You just want to get good with your language. So,
yes, and I need tons of help with that. That'd be wonderful.
well, what are you studying for sales? Well, so here's the other thing. Part of your plan, anybody here that said anything over 500, by the way, what you're telling me is you're going to show up every Tuesday and every Saturday for 52 weeks. I mean, that's the deal. It's 2 hours out of the week. We teach at a pretty high level mindset and business training on Tuesday nights and Saturday mornings, more importantly. So that's where you get all the language and stuff. But on your own, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Probably one of the top sales books in all of history. That's where you get some of the language. This is where I can talk to even a doctor and I can neutralize his conscious mind by speaking certain words in a certain way with certain tonalities. So you learn that from books like that, How to Win Friends, Influence People. And then Eric Worre's GoPro, 2 books. That's all you guys need for the next 12 months. As far as this goes, right? You'll learn how to speak and you'll learn how to, the mechanics of network marketing. Now, did you join the GoPro Accelerator?
I did not. I have another program that I have affiliated myself with and just took on some what I thought was speech writing classes so that I could get my presentation down a little bit more succinctly. I liked what Pat Quinn was talking about, but I'll graduate.
Okay. Well, is this how new are you in the business?
Fairly new into network marketing. I come from corporate sales and really bumbled around thinking that my skills would transfer, but it's very different. I got a couple of coaches since then.
Who's your sponsor at Vive?
Kenny Haywood.
Oh, Mr. Haywood in the house.
Yes,
my
sir.
man.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
you got one of the you got one of the sharpest people in Vive as your upline, and I'm upline of him too. So he's direct to us. So you got 2 people in the beginning. Just get people on 3-way calls. Now I have a pretty packed calendar. Make sure we trade numbers here. Kenny, make sure we do a 3-way text.
Absolutely.
But then you got the Kenny brothers too. So you got me, Kenny Haywood, you got Brendan, Ed, and Jim.
I just connected with Ed and I was just trying to open the door for that 3-way connection. And I did ask in the WhatsApp Vive chat if we could use that as like a kind of an instant gratification. If you got somebody that's, that you can't schedule an appointment for the future, if that was something that we could use, because I would love that resource.
Yeah. One things I coach, have like a 6-way text with me, Kenny, the 3 Kenny brothers, and also Matt Payne and Kenny Cloutier. There's like 6 or 7 of us. And if you have that group chat, if you're in a pinch, try not to do this, but if you're in a pinch, send out a group to say, hey guys, I got somebody that need a little bit of help. They just, and one of us should be.
I hooked up with Matt too. A couple Sundays ago, Matt and I had a nice long chat about the expectation. I want to be able to pop into his day and he knows it's only going to be 10 minutes. I'm not going to take an hour. Just to, if somebody answers this, then we escalate. If somebody answers this, then I keep them to myself and we carry on.
Dig it. Now, some of you think I'm just talking to Renee here and I'm not. Every single thing she's saying and doing, we all need, right? If you're new at this, don't try to close all the deals. Use your upline, use us, peak interest, show a video, get on a phone call. What happens if you do a significant amount of those this year, you'll get really good really quick. You don't have to worry about the language because you'll hear us speaking it over and over again. So great job. I'm excited to work with you. So guys,
Brian, I started that I signed up for the accelerator course, so I'm going to share that with my team as well, with everything that I'm getting. So
dig it. Yeah, you, me, Adam. Who else is in the accelerator? I know Eric Reed, Sandra. Yeah, we should get a group going with that. We will. We'll do that.
Yeah,
Maybe
I signed up for the mini accelerator too.
Well, that's cool. You work with what you got, so we can be part of that team too. So awesome, guys. Yeah, so you're committed, right? So like I said, anybody with a 50K goal or higher. Now, Renee, what's the other thing you signed up for? You said it's speech writing?
It's a speech writing course that I had signed up through Masterclass. Do you know what Masterclass is? Anyway,
yeah,
I'm pretty pumped up about it. Plus, I'm going to incorporate all that Pat Quinn education was unbelievable. I'm really excited. I would love to tighten up my script too. I've worked with Kenny a little bit on the ones that I send via messenger and email to businesses. And I would love to tighten that up. I'll share it here with anybody that wants to see it too, that they can give any feedback. I need help.
We can absolutely do that. That's the type of stuff we do on Saturdays. We literally work with script writing, and so make sure you Saturdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. We'll help you guys out with
Oh yeah,
that.
we'd been tuning into that, and there was a bit of a spin-off. There was a small group that was doing a Saturday thing at the same, the same thing at the same time. So I was trying to be in both places at once.
Spin-off with Vive?
There was just like a handful of people that were, just motivating. It was very fun and interesting and very similar. So it was spending an hour prospecting. I would spend the following hour afterward prospecting as well. So
Oh, good, perfect. Dig it.
But I'm in it to win it.
Dig it. Love the attitude. So the key is to hold this energy for 52 weeks straight, and not be affected by the environment. See, 2020 was the best year of my entire life in every way possible. And I don't say that to brag. It's because I live from the inside out. The economy, the COVID, none of that matters. That would be letting the environment control me instead of me controlling my environment. So you want to have this energy for 52 weeks straight. Make sense? And we do mindset training on Saturdays and stuff too. So, matter of fact, if you go to YouTube channel, if you go to the Matrix Success Network, I have just tons of free content on mindset, tons and tons. And there's even Bob Proctor's on there, I think. Yeah, he's on there. So lots of free stuff. So cool. Dig it, dig it. So getting back to your goal. So whatever your goal is, what I want you to say is, what is your plan? And when I say that, what I'm saying is, what does your calendar look like? Right? Some of you guys had some numbers in there, right? And again, if you want to get to 500 a month, you can throw most of this out the window. That's pretty easy. But 50K a month, what else we got here? 50K, 20K, anything with a 4 digits and a K after it, you got to get some skills and you got to have a plan, right? And the way to do that is use your calendar. And it's non-negotiable. Like the goal that you guys have won't exist without using your calendar. It's not like, oh, maybe I should use it or not. The numbers you guys are talking, yeah, it could be paper or digital, whatever works. And you want to have blocked out. When are you prospecting, following up? Tuesday night, Saturday morning should be X'd out, right? And that's, again, that would be non-negotiable. I'm the CEO of a software company and I got a construction company, but I'm not closing construction deals Tuesday nights at 7 or Saturday mornings at 10. People wonder how like Elon Musk runs all these companies. People ask me too, not that I'm in the same boat as him, but it's coming. And the way to do that is by just time blocking. It's activity management, right? And as I go through the day, I delete this stuff, but you can see somebody asked me, oh, you got time tomorrow? It's like, yeah, I got this one spot right here. And every color is a different company, right? And, you can see my little Vive leads and I got, different colors for every company. So very, very basic. It's not a high-tech CRM, but use your calendar, block off Tuesdays and Saturdays. And here's the thing, teach your team to do the same thing. Teach your team some very basic things. If I was new in Vive, I would be doing cell phones and internet only. Simple, simple, simple. I wouldn't be chasing commercial deals, and Eric can talk to you about that one. You can spend a lot of time not building a team. And honestly, what you want to do is duplicate as fast as possible. You want to leverage and scale and duplicate. Ask people if they're open. And like I said, maybe last year they weren't. Those same people that were saying, nah, now are saying they got all ears open, right? COVID did an amazing thing for our industry globally. I was talking to people around the world, all of them new record highs, blowing up globally. Like 7 figures a month in network marketing is the new norm now. Used to be 7 figures a year, only a couple years ago. Quite a few people that I was hanging out with actually cracked 7 figures a month. And some of them, and you hear the stories, dropped out of high school, like broken, beat. Most of them hit rock bottom is what it is. And they didn't know where to turn. And they didn't want to get a job, right? So rock bottom is a really solid place to launch off of, right? But what's your plan? Going live, social media. Again, any of you that have significant numbers, you better be going live every day. Right. So that's what I would say, Renee, to you is going live every single day. And I mean 7 days a week.
Day 2. I did it today. Day 2.
Perfect.
I do Monday
really
through Friday.
See, again, at 10 million, you're not taking weekends off. I'm not kidding. Like 10 million is what you said. So it's great. My good friend, Ray Higdon, He's gone, he's done a video a day for 11 years straight without missing. That's 10 million, right? That's a $10 million person. So, and I'm only just giving you back what you're giving me. So it's 7 days a week. Yeah. And network marketing is weekends and nights. So if you're taking Saturday and Sunday off, you're not hitting your audience. Yeah. And don't take a lot of time with this either. Grab some content. If you need content, you can go to the Mindset Masters. I don't know if you know what that is. You can literally just regurgitate what I do. Listen to it, put it through your own lens, give it out to the public 15 minutes a day, right? You can Google just about anything to come up with content. And you're just giving value. And here and there, you're going to be a call to action. Guys, listen, if anybody out there is hurting, I do have a way to save bills. Just DM me. Be really low key about it. No hardcore selling on these. Most of the times you're going to say, well, actually, let's go through this real quick. We got a little time. The going live strategy is 4 parts to a successful live. And Dean went over this. He said 3, I say 4. Take what you want. But there's question, story, content, call to action. So what Dean was calling a hook is a question. Hey guys, listen, I wanted to pop on today. Has anybody here ever had like a yo-yo diet? You ever went up and down for decade after decade? Whoever's on that frequency, that's a hook. They're going to lean in. You got them. So that's what a hook is. Usually a question. Has this ever happened to you? Has this ever happened to somebody in your family? Has anybody out there been laid off? How is it? Hey guys, just type in the chat. How is this COVID thing affecting you? So that would be a hook, grabbing somebody's attention, right? So question, content is the content. Right, I was yo-yoing for a while on my diets too, and then I understood we have this thing called a knowing-doing gap, like our subconscious mind. I didn't know anything about this stuff. Like there's no courses in school on the knowing-doing gap. So you give a little bit of content, and then story, right? Once I learned about this, I was able to go boom, boom, boom. Or I had a friend, once we learned about this, she went from this income to this income. So it's either your story or somebody's story, and then the call to action. At the very minimum, it's, hey guys, just comment below if you're catching this live or replay. Honestly, I'm going to be trying to give value here, and I want to know that I'm hitting people. Just comment below if you're catching this live or replay. That is the sort of very bare minimum. And what you're doing is you're causing the algorithm to grow. You want people not just liking, commenting is the big thing. So the call to action is say, hey, comment, or comment if this has ever happened to you. Do you know anybody that's ever done this? So the call to action is usually like that, calling them to engage in your post. And here and there, it's like, hey guys, show up for this Tuesday meeting. Or not meeting, business overview, not opportunity either, not meeting, not overview, not video, business overview. If you guys are hurting and you're looking to save money, shoot me a quick DM. So you can do some light calls to action that way. So you're going to get very good at public speaking this way. You're going to build an audience. Your skills are going to go up. Your tonalities are going to go up. And it's just a win-win-win across the board. So anybody that put any kind of a real goal, I shouldn't say real, but like 20K a month, you're going to be social media, right? You got to evolve. It just is what it is. And we've evolved everything. I think we're in a constant state of evolution over here. So social media outreach, hey, daily
Brian.
method. Hey, what's up, brother?
Hey, those who are very aggressive, I'm hearing all those big video people say TikTok's the way to go. So if you really want to get a ton of leads fast, people are actually blowing up getting 20, 30, 40,000 new leads in a week.
Yeah. TikTok, and you can just Google it. Honestly, we'll probably do a class on that. TikTok is a good place for network marketers. My daughter just did a post yesterday, and it's already got 5,000 views and 700 comments. And it's a different type of strategy. You gotta go all out to play that one because it's a comfort zone thing. But again, if you're telling me 10 million, right, you'll evolve and figure it out, whatever your goals are. And honestly, the older you are, I think the better it is on TikTok. Like people will be, what? Who's this dude? Like that in itself will stop people, believe me. And then you got to do some stupid shit to get attention, and then speak some stuff that causes them to take action, right? Hey, guy, I don't make this stuff. It is what it is, man. You can either get in harmony with it or not. I can picture Joe's going to be TikToking out pretty soon, man. You going to see him?
Yeah, I'm so old. I retired from ARP, so that'll be a first.
Love it. So make sure your calendar, guys. Use your damn calendar. Get a plan. What is your plan? Daily method of operation, minimum daily method of operation, 15 minutes, reach out to 15 people. Like that's a minimum thing. Show up for Tuesday, show up for Saturday. Those are minimum weekly methods about non-negotiable, methods of operation. And whatever other business you're in, you can take everything I said here today, and it is recorded, and apply it to that business. This is just business training. It's not ViV training or network marketing training. It's just business training. If you're a realtor and you want to succeed, you can literally do everything we just suggested. Same thing, TikTok included, right? Does anybody have any questions?
I just have one statement. Oh, go ahead, Shirley.
Brian, excuse me. I need to get the group code for ViV. I was trying to put my information on my tablet, and I needed to get a group code.
I am not sure at all what you're talking about. Does anybody know what she's talking about? A group code? Yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about, Shirley.
Okay.
What do you mean? What do you mean putting it on your
Brian,
tablet?
she might be referring to rapid funnels or possibly.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't say that part. Yes, rapid funnels.
Oh, Ed.
Yeah,
So
so
look at you
no,
stalking.
it's actually Jim. I've been stalking. I've been out here public video the
Well,
whole
no,
time.
it's dark. I can't tell you, like the Midnight Marauder.
It's just my office. It's always dark in here. I think she's referring to rapid funnels.
Okay.
And you don't need a group code. You need to go back to, there's an email that Rapid Funnel sent to you with a password at one point, and then you go in and change it. So just go into your email box and search Rapid Funnels. Hey, Brian, I'm sorry, I jumped on late, but if I could just take a minute.
No, absolutely.
First of all, for those of you that were at Eric Worre, I mean, that was an amazing event. I mean, it was truly, when I heard that those guys decided on September 21st, right? Not September 5th, but September 21st. Marina corrected them later that no, we didn't sign the lease for 2 weeks after that. During COVID, during the craziest time of all of our lives, right? I don't care how old you are. We were living in the craziest times that we've ever been in, right? I mean, I just don't care how old you are. This is crazy. My mom's 92, and she told me this is the craziest time she's ever lived in. So, that's all I can say to that. But what ViV announced, Brian, you were a big part of this Amplify ViV. What we've just announced is something that I think, for 2 years we've been building a fantastic foundation. We just now, I think we launched something that we have the most sustainable product, or it's not even a product, service that's out there, right? There's nothing out there that matches the service that we have, right? There's nobody in the world. I don't care, green, blue, I don't care what you are. Everybody wants to save money, right? Everybody. We now have a comp plan. I don't care if you like, I'm personally a Unilevel fan. I just think they're the most sustainable. But if you really look at what we have now, our amplified plan, it has a Unilevel structure with the team, the power team. We have the benefits of what a binary has with the holding tank and whatnot. You only need 3 power lines, right, to get this thing going. So, but we're not a binary, right? And we have like the coded bonus where, I don't know if you went in, I missed the beginning of your call tonight, but if for those of you that haven't, watch Cammie's In the Know last night. It's 40 minutes, Cammie's part. It's powerful. I mean, I think that we have a hybrid of the best of the best. And 2021, man, some of the goals that people put in here, if 3 months ago, I would have said, no, it's not going to happen. Today, I'm going to say every single one of those goals are achievable. It's just, we simplified this thing so easy. So congratulations to you, Brian, for what you do. Consistency, right? Brian's one of the most consistent people I've seen. Tuesdays, Saturdays, every day, whether it's a 3-minute video or a 10-minute video, you're out there doing it. It was a lot of fun watching you in Eric's house. And that just doesn't happen by accident. That happens, like you said, in the past week, you probably had, hey, 5 years ago, I was not in his house, but you were at his event, right? 6 years ago, maybe, whatever, 4 years ago, maybe not, but at his event, 3 years ago, pictures of you as a selfie with Eric, and then you're at his house, right? Doesn't happen overnight, but you stay consistent, and it's amazing the things that happen.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's
That's
definitely
awesome.
exciting times. And I, like I said, starting next week, we'll have the new comp plan. We'll roll that in here too. So it's, yeah, because we used to be unlimited width to 6 levels deep. Now we're unlimited width to unlimited levels. Like, let that one sink in.
Yeah.
I don't know any other network marketing company that has unlimited levels. There might be some, but they usually have like a binary. They have some other parameter. We're like unlimited, unlimited. That is going to bring in people from, yeah, that's going to bring in some serious heavyweights. So super excited. So thanks for that.
Hey,
Any other
Brian, I
questions?
just wanted to give a shout out to my man, Gary Wellbaum.